Okay. Our next one is from Our Scary Stories from Kletsy Chemical 1929. Don't Google yourself. Don't Google yourself. Why? Because you might not like what you find. One day, I was bored and decided to search my own name on Google. I had quite a rare name, so I didn't expect to find many results. Imagine how surprised I was when I came across a whole website that had my full name as the domain. www.myname.com. When I clicked the link, it brought me to a message board. I looked at the profile of the website owner and found out that the person was the same age as me and had the same hobbies and interests. There weren't any other posts on the message board, but I was intrigued, so I saved it into my favorites. It was about a month later when I went back to the website. This time it had a lot more content. There were some diary entries, mostly random things like the weather was nice today or I'm so bored at work, things of that kind of nature. However, as time went on, I began to notice more and more coincidences. The person lived in the same city that I did. It struck me as rather strange that two people with the exact same rare name would be living in the same city at the same time. At one point, I noticed that the contents of the diary were actually quite similar to my own life. One day, I went to a baseball game, and when I checked the website that evening, I found that the owner of the site had also gone to the same ball game. At first, I didn't think much of it. After all, tens of thousands of people in my city supported the same baseball team. It began to seem like much more than a simple coincidence, though. Whenever I checked the website, I would notice little biographical details that seemed too close for comfort. For example, the owner mentioned that their pet dog and the dog's name was the same as the dog that I had when I was a child. The website owner posted a picture of their car. It was the same model of car that I'd been driving when I was in college. They talked about eating at a certain restaurant. It was the same restaurant that I had gone to all the time when I was working at my previous job. One day when I looked at the message board, people had written messages to the owner saying happy birthday. That day, it was my birthday as well. I decided to write on the message board for the first time, just out of curiosity. I was going to wish the owner a happy birthday and tell him that we had the same name. However, when I tried to write something, I realized that there was nowhere to actually type a message. It wasn't a message board at all, it was just a static page. Well, that's odd, I thought to myself. In other words, whoever owned that website had gone to a lot of trouble to make it seem like it was an interactive site, as if there were actually other people posting on it, when, in actual fact, all the content must have been created by the owner. Well, why on earth would somebody do that? I wondered. I decided to send an email to the owner. It read, "Hi there, believe it or not, we both share the same name. Nice to meet you." It was just a friendly email. The next day, when I tried to look at that website, I discovered that all of it was gone. It seemed like it had been deleted. Then I opened my mailbox. There was one reply. When I looked at it, a chill ran down my spine. It just read, "I found you." Ooh, that's a creepy one.